Are you a person who you really want this new year to be the year that you step into being the person that you want to be? If so, this video is for you, is because I'm going to talk all about your subconscious mind. That part of your mind that knows you more than anyone else. That part of your mind that holds your memories, your emotions, your belief systems, and your habits and routines. And once you learn how to manage that part of your mind, making the subconscious conscious, that's how you can learn how to stop reacting to life, to owning your life. If we haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet, I'm Connie Jo Holmes, and I'm the founder of Confidence with Connie. In that capacity, I am a certified hypnotherapist, as well as a life coach and an NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming specialist. I know this topic very, very well because I see clients every single day, and we are working at that subconscious level. So, a couple of things that I want to share with you. Let me just share with you the construct of our mind, all right? So, if you think about a person's mind, just think about an iceberg. A lot of people do use that analogy because it's a good one. So, that little tip of the iceberg that sticks out represents our conscious mind. Our conscious mind is analytical, logical, reasoning, critiquing. That's that part of that's that part of your mind that knows eating too much sugar, smoking, these different things. We know it's bad for ourselves. But yet, our subconscious mind, that's about 90 to 95% of our mind makeup, is responsible for our memories, our emotions, our belief systems, and our habits and our routines. Now, I've heard a couple of different people refer to it this way, and I actually love it. So just think about a human body. Think about your head, literally, figuratively, and everything else. Your head being your conscious mind, because that's your thinking part of your mind, right? And maybe compared to a body, maybe this is about 5% of your body. And then think about your body as being your subconscious mind. The reason I love that is because we feel. And our body is that feeling part, and the feeling part and the emotions that is in our subconscious mind. So just kind of think about that a little bit. I think that's super cool. But anyways, the whole point of this video is, how do you make 2026 the year that you own this year? Forget all the bullshit from the past. This is the year that you step into being the person you want to be. So a couple of things with that. The first thing is, who is it that you want to be? Who is it? Not who you've been, but who you want to be. And think big, 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 big. Do not limit yourself. How many listening to this are you maybe not where you want to be because you're not thinking big enough? You're restricting yourself just to this tiny little view. So really get expansive and think big. Then if you want to let's say you want to be a bodybuilder. Let's just use something that we can all be very visual with. You want to be a bodybuilder. What is the identity of a bodybuilder? What are things that a bodybuilder does? And I know when you hear that question, it's kind of obvious. Hopefully it is. But the identity of a bodybuilder is somebody who goes to the gym, who lifts heavy weights, not just weights, but heavy weights. The identity of a bodybuilder is somebody who's very conscientious of what they put in their mouth. A bodybuilder has the identity of being that person who is quite disciplined, whatever discipline looks like to you, getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, that type of thing. So whatever your goal is, who is it you want to become? What is that identity of that person? If you want to become a business owner, how does a business owner think? What does a business owner do? You need to start to do those things so that you can become that person. And I know when you hear that, it sounds really duh, but yet it's not duh enough because enough people don't do that. So that's something very important. And then back to the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So your conscious mind knows who you want to be. Your conscious mind knows the identity of that person, but now you need to do the doing. You need to feel into what that is, and you need to start to embody what that person is. And so that is a great example, but between using conscious mind and subconscious mind. So that's one thing about identity. The other thing is to become an observer of yourself. I do tell my clients this a lot, and people really resonate with it. So what happens is we might have a goal, something we want to do. And so it's our goal. So we're so wrapped up in it. Okay. So hold that. But now I think we've all experienced a toddler having a tantrum. All right. So when a toddler is having a tantrum, there's no reasoning with them, right? There's no reasoning with them because they are so caught up in their emotion. It's all they see, it's all they hear, it's all they feel. It's like they're locked in, right? And if you've ever experienced a toddler in a tantrum, you know this to be true. They're locked into this, okay? But you, as the parent, you're out here observing them. So from your perspective and your observation of them, you know that they're fine. They're not bleeding. They didn't lose a limb. You just fed them. You just changed them. You know that they're fine. So you can see that though from your perspective. You're an objective observer. Okay. So that's a theory. So now back to you and your goal and maybe emotions and things like that that you have. If you are struggling anywhere in your life, anywhere with a limiting belief, I'm not enough. If you have a heavy emotion of grief or guilt or something like that, remember this toddler. So because you're feeling this emotion or you have this belief that you're not enough, well, you're locked in. So take a step out. And a way you can take a step out, let me finish that thought first. When you take a step out, what you're doing is you are observing yourself. You can be witness to yourself. So a way that you can observe yourself is, let's name this damn thing. Let's say you have the belief that you're not enough. Here she is. Here's this bitch telling you that you're not enough. So she's locked in your brain somewhere. Let's name her. Let's name her something. Let's call her Stupid Debbie. And so when you're feeling like you're not enough, what you do is you acknowledge Stupid Debbie. And when you do that, as silly as it might sound, but it can be powerful. What you're doing is you are now taking Stupid Debbie and you're putting her out here. Because prior to you naming her, she was one with you because it was your thought, it was your belief. But when you can name her and maybe give her a title, all of a sudden you can disassociate from her, disconnect from her. And when you can do that, now all of a sudden she's out here. So now we're in that observer position, aren't we? And so from here, I don't know, play with it and sit there and be like, why are you here? Huh. You know what? I'm starting to see some commonalities as far as when you come into my life. You come into my life when I'm, whatever it might be. But you don't know these things until you distance yourself from her. When she's locked in with you, that's that tantrum and you're locked in. So we need to disconnect so that we can start to observe, because in that observation position, that's when we learn and we grow. And that is what can make all the difference in our life. And when you do that, it's an opportunity for you to find some commonalities, but also find like, okay, I'm going to go back to the bodybuilder. Like, okay, I want to be this bodybuilder. And I know the identity of a bodybuilder, but why can I not connect with that? Well, now you can start to connect with it when maybe you identify this limiting belief that you have, like, oh, it's not possible for me. Well, why is it not possible for you? But you wouldn't have known that that was a connection point that you had that was keeping you stuck until you brought it out here. I hope that makes sense. And so that is something that is very, very important. And remembering that is something that can help you take these limiting beliefs, these negative feelings, those types of things, and it can help you come on the other side of it. So I hope all of that was helpful. Now, if I can help you in any way in this regard, I do see clients face to face in southern Wisconsin, but I also can help people via Zoom. Fun little fact, I have helped people from 5 out of the 7 continents, so I can help you no matter where you are. And so if this resonates with you and if you need support in this way in any area, please go ahead and look in the description box for how we can work together. Now, if you have some tips and tricks that you've utilized, please go ahead and share those in the comments because we can all learn from each other. All right. So those are a couple of tricks to have you come into 2026 being the absolute best version that you possibly can be. And until then, I wish you all the best. So what is your identity? Step into that identity, embody that identity. All right. Thanks so much. Take care.